Hey, our science, page 78. Science 78. All right, so page 78. Go over the savanna habitat. Yeah, we actually. Okay. All right. So the savanna habitat is a grassland habitat. It's called a grassland habitat because it has a lot of large, open, flat, grassy land, and that's because a lot of the animals that live in that habitat, a lot of animals that live in that particular habitat are grazers. They eat a lot of grass. So the savanna we'll usually find in Africa. That's usually where we'll find the savanna. And a lot of animals that are large, like elephants, giraffes, lions, hippos, rhinos, crocodiles, a lot of those large animals you will find in the savanna habitat. So of course the savanna has to be large because of all of the large animals that live in the savanna. Let me finish this first. Okay, so in the savanna, there are two seasons. You have the rainy season, where obviously there's a lot of rain. It's raining a lot. The weather is beautiful. The rainy season. And then we have the dry season, where there isn't much rain happening in the savanna. And it's really, it's bad for the animals because they won't have water. So a lot of the animals in the savanna will migrate to different places in the savanna so that they could find water somewhere. Okay. So on page 79, we talked about the space, like I just said. Of course, we know that the savanna has to be large because the animals that live in the savanna habitat are large animals. So of course, the savanna habitat will be a large habitat. And then the cheetah, which is the fastest land animal, lives in the savanna. The cheetah needs a lot of space to run, right? Imagine the cheetah trying to run in the forest. That would be kind of hard, right? Because of all those trees. So the savanna is perfect for the cheetah because of the open land. The cheetah is able to run and hunt for its prey. Okay. So the food. So there are several different options of food. A lot of the animals in the savanna, some of them are grazers, like the zebras and the giraffes, the gazelles, the buffalo. They're grazers because they mainly eat grass. That's what they eat, right? And so the largest grazing animal is an elephant. Now, there are some animals that are predators in the savanna, and that means that they hunt other animals. Those predators would be like lions, hyenas, cheetahs, crocodiles. These are all examples of animals that are predators, and they hunt zebras and gazelles, different animals like that. So I was going to show you guys a video of a hunting video. Would y'all like to see how they hunt? Yeah. Okay. So it's a part of nature, and so you know, it's just that's kind of how it goes. So I can show you guys what it looks like when they're hunting, like you know how it works, because it's a bunch of them that are together, yes, but fortunately sometimes one animal doesn't make it.
Miss Fujin,
Uh-huh.
your screen's acting up.
Oh, okay, let me see. I'm gonna have to turn it off and then on. Okay, it should be better now. Yeah. So yes, so a lot of yes. Synthesis today. So a lot of times the animals that they're hunting, you know, they are together in groups and herds, but sometimes some of them end up getting caught, you know, alone. So the grazers, the zebras and the elephants and the giraffes, they are the grazers. They eat a lot of the grass. Okay, so on page 80, we discussed shelter. So there aren't like a bunch of trees for the animals to live in while they are inside of the savannah. So a lot of times the animals will stay together in groups, which are called herds. So you'll usually see like the zebras, the gazelles, the lions. You'll see a lot elephants. They're all in groups together. You'll never see one alone by itself. And so since they're all together in groups, they keep each other safe. When they know that danger is near, they will, you know, probably make a sign to everyone to let them know that danger is near, that you know, unfortunately, there may be a lion that's hunting or, you know, something like that. So, so that's what they'll normally do. They will usually warn each other. So a lot of the animals travel together in groups called herds. Okay. And so lions, though, they're not called a herd, they're called a pride because they call lions the king of the jungle, right? Because they're like the top predators of the food chain. And a lion, when they hunt, they don't hunt just for themselves, but they hunt for their whole pride. So they're feeding their whole family off of the zebra, the buffalo, or whatever it is that they're catching. Okay. And lion babies are called cubs. Okay, so I'll go ahead and show you guys that video. Yes. No, I'm about to print worksheets. Sure. Work. It's not. It's all right. So let's go ahead and look at the video. So they're hunting a zebra. That's usually what they hunt, actually. No, they hunt anything, but usually they always hunt zebras. Okay, turning it right now. Okay, how about now? Yeah. Okay, so they're hunting for a zebra. Just come right here and cut the shirt so you can see. Okay, they're hunting for a zebra. So fun fact, the male lions hunt, but it's usually the women lions that hunt. Together and they try to get away. But it doesn't always. So you see this trying, but that's one by we kind of. So y'all. See, so that's how they're hunting, and they're not going. Dang. Wild zebras? That is a wild. Yeah, they live out of. But they caught one. They just kind of bring it down and bite it, eat it. Yeah. It's usually like they bite the neck, slugs bite the neck, and it kind of like chokes. That's usually how they. Yeah, that's my video doing it. But yeah, probably not. Yeah, see, and that's what they do. They all attack, and of course they. Oh, that's sad. I just feel my head. Yeah. Baby. Yeah, you make it. So, yeah. So that's really it, kind of, but that's how they hunt. So they go out and they, find whatever it is they're looking for, whether it's a zebra, a gazelle, whichever. Okay. All right. So that's how that works in the savannah. That's how the food chain. Now, I was saying that earlier, but usually a lot of times when the lions eat that one time, they usually don't hunt again for like another week or so. Like they don't hunt. Yeah, they'll eat on that, and there's like satisfied for time. So yeah, that's just a fun fact about that. So that's the savannah habitat. He's in the bathroom. That's the savannah habitat. Let's go ahead and move to our social studies. Talking about James and Anna and their trip. All right, page 94 in your social studies.
Miss Lucas, can I read it?
Say that again.
Can I read it?
Oh, what? No, we're just going over it. I'm not reading today.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we just went over the story that James and Anna told us about their journey as they traveled west. So, excuse me. So yeah, how they decided to. All right. So James and Anna, remember, they were leaving the East Coast and they were now traveling to the West. If you remember, they were traveling to the West. So they were excited to try, to see what would be in the West, but they were sad about leaving their home, which was in the East. Okay. And so they also had their friends, Sammy and Martha, who are going to join them on their journey west. So in 95, they talked about how they began their journey. And remember, they would often bring like prairie chickens with them, rabbits, things like that. But really and truly, what were they looking for? Like they really hoped to catch a what? A buffalo. They really wanted to catch a buffalo because a buffalo was more meat. Plus, they could eat on the buffalo a lot longer than what? Yeah, they could eat on it a lot longer than a chicken. Like a chicken probably wouldn't last as long as like a buffalo would. So they really hoped to find a buffalo because that would be more meat. And so as they traveled from east where there were a lot of buildings and they started to travel west, what did they see more of in the west? Buildings or what? What would they see more of in the west? So in the east, because there were cities, prairies. They would see a lot of prairie, open land. a lot more animals out in the open. And so, you know, the things change. So from the city to now it's like land, all land everywhere. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and turn to page 98. I'm sorry, 96. So they end up finding a buffalo and they see how large the buffalo is. A buffalo can weigh over 1,000 pounds. Over 1,000 pounds. A buffalo is also called a bison. So if you hear the word bison, it's the same exact animal. It just has two different names. So the Native Americans use the buffalo for two different things. They use the buffalo for food, but also for clothing as well. They will make clothing from the skin of the buffalo. And so the pioneers knew that was also something they could do with a buffalo as well. Okay, and so in 97, remember they saw the Native American. They saw the Native American, and that's where they lived. A lot of the Native Americans lived in the West, like in the open land. A lot of them lived there. Okay, and so remember, every day the women would climb out of their cabins. And would climb out of their cabins so they could cook lunch. Every day they would cook. Remember, they had to make sure, we had talked about that, they packed the right things. They packed the right things. Yeah, pack the right foods, pack the right things so that they would be able to cook lunch for everyone. Okay, on 98, we talked about how at night they would make a fort. Remember, they would make a fort with their wagons at night so that they would be safe from any wild animals. Not only them, but they would keep their animals safe from any wild animals attacking their animals. And remember, they also saw the little holes, the little burrows in the ground, and they found that prairie dogs lived inside of those holes. And so, no, a prairie dog. Okay, and so prairie dogs, they live in the little burrows and they stay in there so that they could stay safe from danger from the other animals like foxes, hawks, eagles that would try to hunt for them. And then on 99, they finished this. So remember, they ended up seeing a hawk, but the prairie dogs gave the signal to each other to let each other know to get safe. Okay, so that was the end of their journey. And they ate for dinner, they ate buffalo, cornbread, and molasses. So let's go ahead and answer our questions on 99. So number 1, it says, what is the type of land called that has hardly any trees, just tall grass, open land? It's called a what? I keep telling y'all that word. What is it called? Prairie. It's called a prairie.
I tried to say it right.
All right, so number 2, name the large animal that lives on the prairies and
Numbers on
provided
top.
fresh meat for the pioneers. Yep,
So
buffalo.
how are you trying to figure the answer out?
Buffalo. Okay, number 3, what tiny animals lived in their own towns on the prairies?
Prairie dog.
Dogs.
Miss Lugents,
Mhm.
what was the second one?
Buffalo.
Oh.
He is in the bathroom. All right. Okay, so that's 99. So yes, we did have like the other part, 100, but we're not testing on that. Go to 102. Let's answer 2 questions on 102. So the 2 songs that we have here, that's oftentimes what the pioneers would do at night. They would sing songs, tell stories, and the Paw Paw Patch, that's where that song comes from, and Skip to My Lou. So that's 2 songs they would sing. All right, so number 1 on 102, it says, what did the pioneers do with their wagons at night? They would build a fort. No. Please no. Okay. All right, number 2, name some of the things they would do in the evening. I literally just said it. They would sing songs, tell stories, and sing songs. Okay. All right, good. So that's your social studies lesson. Let's go ahead and move on to our math, guys. Go ahead and get out your math book. So this is our page here, 120-1A times 3. 120-1A. Let me know when you get it, Dennis.
There's no such. Oh my God.
Please pick up your books. Throw that. Oh. Times 3. So these are, so times 3 is, those are our new multiplication facts that we'll be learning. So we're going to be adding, we have times 3. Then of course next week we add more. So times 3. So times 3, remember multiplication is groups of. So whenever I have like 0 times 3, that's 0 groups of 3. So we already know what 0 times 3 is, because anything times 0 is always 0. So 0 times 3 is 0. Okay, our next one, 1 times 3. We know this one already. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3, we know that one already as well, because we learned that one last week. 2 times 3 is 6. It's like 2 groups of 3. All right, so our new one, 3 times 3. So that's 3 groups that have 3 on the inside of them. 9. 3 groups with 3 on the inside of them. 9. 4 times 3.
It's 12.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, that's mine. 4 times 3. Anybody? 12. Thank you. 4 times 3. 12. 4 groups of 3. 5 times 3, we should know already. That's the fact we learned already.
15.
15. 5 times 3 is 15. 6 times 3. 6 groups of 3. So we have 6 groups and they each have 3 on the inside of them.
Wait, hold on.
6 times 3. I'm gonna wait for an answer. 18. 6 times 3 is 18. Next, 7 times 3.
No, I don't.
7 times 3. Anybody?
21.
No? 21. 7 times 3 is 21. 8 times 3.
24.
24. And 9 times 3. You need to do it in your book. Why are you posting books? No.
9 times 3 is 27.
27. Okay, and of course we know 10 times 3 is 30, and then 11 times 3, same number of times. 33. Okay, so go ahead. 120 dash 180. Okay, times 3, fill them in here.
Can we get the whole page? I'm gonna Miss Flugents, 4 times 3 is 4
Oh,
times
it's 12. Yeah, I don't know why I put that. It's 12.
Okay.
Thank you. I put 3, but I think this I was thinking about 3.
I put 10. Yeah. Two times. Okay, I messed up. I can't see you. That's why I'm trying to skip it. I can't say that. What we do? Finish that. Miss Flugents, can I use the bathroom?
Okay.
Rip my dick. God gave me something. Oh, but Sam ripped the paper with the rod that was in my shoe, and I threw it away. And she
Throw
got out
that
the
away,
trash.
please. Throw that away. And why would you do that to your page that we're doing right now? But tell me how that makes. Okay, so these are our times 3 facts. So let's go ahead and go over them, starting with 0.
0 times
3 times 0 equals 0. 1 times 3 equals 3. 2 times 3 equals 6. 3 times 3 is 9.
3 equals
4
6.
times 3 equals 12.
3 times 6
5 times 3 equals 15.
4
6 times 3 equals 18. 7 times 3 equals 21. 8 times 3 equals 24. 9 times 3 equals 27. 10 times 3 equals 30. And 11 times 3 equals 30.
9 times 3 equals 10 times 6 27.
Okay, good. These are your times three facts, guys. So you'll be testing on these next week. Tomorrow your test will be on times 2. Next week we'll be testing on our times 3, okay? All right, let's keep going. So we're gonna learn about what's called perpendicular lines. So what kind of lines? So we learned about parallel lines. Remember, parallel lines are two lines that are straight. They can go in any direction, whether it be vertical, horizontal, oblique. It can be any of those positions, but they don't touch. They're straight lines that do not touch. So perpendicular lines are similar. They are straight lines, but one thing about perpendicular lines are that they intersect, meaning they do touch, right? So anytime two line segments meet or they touch at an intersection, I'll show you what I mean by that. They're called perpendicular lines. So let's look at these two. Where would these two meet at? Where do the two lines meet? In the middle. When you start here, if you go like this, they end up meeting right here. So they are considered perpendicular lines because that's where they're touching. Look at this one. Where would they touch? At the top, right here. That's where they're touching.
It goes up and then touches.
Yes. So anytime they intersect or touch, it's called a perpendicular line. So when two line segments intersect, they're called perpendicular lines. And they have at least one right angle. And look at the right angle right there. Look at the right angle right here. See it? Okay. Look at this one. I mean, it's the same one as that. Where do they touch?
Bottom.
At the bottom right here. This is where they meet. The two X's, where do they touch?
Middle.
In the middle.
In the middle right here. That's where they touch. This one here, where does it touch?
Bottom.
In the corner right here. So anytime lines intersect or they meet one another, they're called perpendicular lines. Parallel lines don't touch. Remember, parallel lines look like this, right? They don't touch, but perpendicular lines, they do touch. That's the difference between the two. No, I don't know. Perpendicular lines, those are lines that intersect and that touch, okay? So that's the difference between perpendicular and parallel. Parallel, they don't touch. Perpendicular, they do touch. All right, so next part of our lesson, guys, we are going to move on to 3-digit subtraction. So we know how to add 3 numbers. Now we're gonna learn how to subtract 3 numbers. So it is very similar to whenever we learn how to subtract 2 numbers. Just like when we did the 3 numbers, when we added them, I told you it's about trading in the right column, right? You don't want to skip over a column. You want to make sure you do it the right way. So for example, I have 682 minus 263. So of course, we always start in the back as usual, and I have 2 minus 3. Can I do that? Can I take 2 out of 3? No way possible. So 3 out of 2, that's what I meant to say. So I need to trade. When I trade, you cannot jump to the front. You go to the column that's right before it. You understand? So I'm going to trade from this 8. It turns into a 7. I add that 10 to the 2. It becomes 12. So 12 minus 3 is 9. Then 7 minus 6 is 1. 6 minus 2 is 4. Okay? Same exact steps. Same steps. It's just now you have 3 columns, so you have to make sure when you have to trade, you go to the correct column. Don't skip over. Go to the correct one. Okay, get out of the sleep paper so we're gonna do a few. These are not the only ones we're doing. Get out of the sleep paper so we can work these out together. Maybe at the end.
Yeah, at the end.
I said maybe. I didn't say yes.
I'm just going to use my bag.
Okay. That's what she doing, Dan. Go ahead and get a puzzle. Yeah, let's work here. Get a puzzle. Mhm. Okay. All right, so let's look at the next one. Let's set it up, guys. 781 minus 149. Set it up on your paper and we'll subtract it. Oh. 781 minus 149. Did you need to make an announcement to everybody?
Wait, don't say it. I mean.
Okay. All right, 781 minus 149. Let's go ahead and subtract it. So we have 1 minus 9. Can we do that? Nope. So we need to trade. Now, where am I trading from? 8 or 7? 8. Do not go to 7, guys. We cannot skip over 8. So we trade from 8. This turns into a 7. Add 10 to this 1. It becomes 11. So then 11 minus 9 is 2. 7 minus 4 is 3. 7 minus 1 is 6. Did y'all add it up before I did it or no? Online? Yeah, y'all had that answer? Okay, let's look at this one. 828 minus 574. Who? Yeah, 828 minus 574. And make sure that all your pages are done. First grade. You better check right now. 118 today.
Just if we come up to the board and just 94. You can't do that. I'm not sure about 3. And she woke up. He started with If I do, I just told you. Gracias.
All right. Okay, let's look at this one. So, anybody wants to work it for us? Tell us how to do it. Okay. Okay, Kinley. Yes. We have some more. I was really whatever. Okay.
You're trying to make us get it into our brain.
That's not how we do it. Go ahead.
Always like. Paper is hard, people. Yep. We can't do it.
Okay, let's see. There was some trading that had to take place. Yeah. Okay, so A minus 4 is 4, yeah, but 2 minus 7, I can't do that. So I needed to trade from this 8. Take 8, this turns into 7, this becomes 12. And yes, 12 minus 7 is 5, but you see your front answer is wrong because you didn't trade here. So 7 minus 5, that would have been a 2.
I thought you couldn't do that.
Yeah, you can. So whether or not you need to trade from this column or this, you can still do it all the way. All right. Okay, so you have the last two, which is that front number. All right, let's go ahead and do maybe 2 more.
Look right. Miss Lewis, can we rub the paper now? I
Oh,
was looking to yours. But I rolled too big, so I'm just gonna keep it. Oh, myself.
all right, 684 minus 176. Go ahead and do that one.
Can I come to the board?
Yeah. 684 minus 176.
It's kind of a file when I have time to go actually go to the back, but she actually goes to the back. Not true. Oh. A leader in the party.
All right, go on up, Faith. Come work it out. 684 minus 176.
This marker? No. Very low. This one is this marker?
No, the black.
Two.
Not that black, the other one. Or the black. Other black.
Take the middle. No. You're 16, 17. Okay, what you doing? She forgets this is. Oh, it's funny to think like that. Had me set up with. Okay, it looks like 4. Breaking your one. Hey, you gonna break the mark? I didn't break it. Sit down, I can't.
All right,
the word.
okay.
I can't see.
No, that's 7 out of 7. No. Why you put a 3? No, you put the 1. You took 10, so you put a 1. To make it 14, not 34.
Marker when I can't get it. You can actually be that.
Okay. No, 14 minus 6 is not 5.
Oh. So you write it too hard? Then use the other black marker. You're not a mom. Okay, and then. They have another one. They have another one. They don't have the one that's longer. Right, hard. So there. Okay, I got it. 8. It's 8. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm doing it. You're not. And I never will. Like. I did.
Okay, so yes, so now that's 7 minus 7. Just right, yeah. First year puzzles away, now you're right for Zoom. And then 6 minus 1.
I did it right. 508.
508, so, can't take 4 minus 6 out of 4. So we're gonna trade, we take 10 from 80 becomes 7. We add that 10 to 4 is 14 minus 6 is 8. 7 minus 7 is 0. 6 minus 1 is 5. Okay. All right, so good guys. So you will run across those in your book, subtracting 3 digits. Okay?
This is what she said we were doing.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and go over adverbs. Adverb. So let's hear the definition. What is an adverb? Yes. A verb is a word that that describes a verb. An adjective or an, I'm sorry, an adverb is a word that describes a verb. An adjective or another verb. Yes, that's what an adverb is. And so we talked about, I told you adverbs describe how the verb was done, and a lot of the adverbs will end with ly. So let's hear some adverbs. Avaya, give me one.
Slowly,
Slowly, okay? Give me one, Joshua.
what you say again?
Give me an adverb.
Movement,
Say it again.
careful,
Carefully, okay? Dennis?
beautiful,
You muted before you could get it all out.
beautifully,
Beautifully, okay? Kenley? Quietly. Naraya? Huh? Softly. Jalen? Huh? Painfully. I think somebody has said quickly. I think that's what everybody has said. Sadly. Okay, good. So tomorrow you'll have to list 10 adverbs. Remember, guys, the video on Monday, I gave you a bunch on Monday. So I'll go over that video on Monday. So tomorrow you just have to give me a definition and you have to list some adverbs. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and go over our spelling and then we'll be done. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and go over our list. Number one, allergy.
allergen,
A-L-E-R-T, alert.
giraffe, G-I-R-A, direction, D-I-C-E-C-I-T-I-O. R-A-T-I, there's research, R-E-A-T-I, curtain, C-U-R-T-N, put F-T dot, yard, Y-D dot, inch, I-N dot, diamond, S-K-I-N, S-K-I-N-E, where command is gonna make brush, B-R-I-S-K, means fast moving, discover, D-I-C-S, B-R, means to find, discover.
Uh-huh. What's the next one? Oh, you're Greek? Okay, Greek and Latin. Sorry. Okay, Techne? Oh, wrong one. Hold on, that's the wrong one. Dokeen, D-O-K-E-I-N, Dokeen, and it means think. Latin word, cardo.
Cardo.
C-A-R-D-O, cardo, and it means hinge. Porta, P-O-R-T-A, porta, and it means door gate. Porto, P-O-R-T-O, and it means to carry. And novus, N-O-V-U-S. All right, so that's it, guys. Y'all have a good afternoon. I will see you tomorrow for Bible, okay? And phonics test. Bye-bye.